What's up everybody? Today we have a jam-packed video. First, I'm gonna show you what your lawn can look like if you mow every single day for 10 days straight. And then I'm also gonna show you what your lawn can possibly look like if you spoon feed it with neighbor's envy. After that, we're gonna put down some plots in the backyard. We went out to Oregon to find some new grass seed varieties and we're putting them in the backyard to see if they're gonna be good enough to put in our NightShift blends. Tons to get into today. Let's get into it. All right, so first let's start with the front lawn. As you can see, it is looking awesome. Now what I've been doing is I have been mowing every single day for the last 10 days. I've only missed one day because of rain, but otherwise this lawn has gotten a haircut every single day. We have burned in the stripes and it's looking way better than the last time you guys watched. These vole trails still need to be filled in, which we're gonna fix some of these today. We're gonna go ahead and plug these and I'll show you how to do that. These are just taking way too long to fill in. So that has been a problem. Also, if you take a look over here, clover is obviously a problem too. I said I was going to spray these before I left. I did not get a chance because the wind has been so crazy here and it has been hot. It's finally cooled off the last week or so. You don't want to put down weed killer when it's super, super hot out or super, super windy. So I've been avoiding that because of those reasons. Kilo, come. Now, the other thing I've been doing is I've been putting down Neighbor's Envy weekly, and you can tell with this color how awesome it is looking. The only thing I put down this year is 2 applications of dark matter ammonium sulfate, which you can find on the website, and Neighbor's Envy. That is all that's gone on this lawn. And literally 2 or 3 weeks from what you guys seen last time, this is the change it's made. This is mostly Neighbor's Envy and mowing right here. So if you stay on top of your mowing and you put down Neighbor's Envy, you're gonna get an awesome color response. All right, so now over on the side lawn, this is where we overseeded really heavy with dark 30, and it has came in awesome. I mean, the color looks great, the thickness looks great. I mean, if you remember, this whole area was bald, this area was bald, we had bald spots over here, this whole corner was completely nothing here, and look how thick, dark, how everything's looking. It just looks phenomenal. Now, another thing with this dark 30, this is only about a month old, so it is gonna get darker, it's gonna get denser, and it's just gonna start looking better as time goes on. I mean, I don't know what else to really say other than it looks great. Also, this has only gotten 2 apps of Neighbor's Envy, and I did the minimum app on both of them, so 8 ounces per 1,000 square feet. Did one 2 weeks ago, and then I did one last night. So this is also gonna get darker once it gets heavier loads of nitrogen and it can start eating some more nitrogen. Also, one more thing I'm gonna show you guys is around this tree root. This was basically all dead. Just look how much that's filled in. Looks really great. I scalped a little bit here, that's why it looks thin here, but if you look, man, this just filled in awesome. Also, for you guys that watch every vlog video, if you look down here, this was mostly all dead as well. And this gets 90% shade during the day. It's also looking great. It's a little thin, but hopefully these blades thicken up a little bit. But for the most part, this has filled in nicely. I'm very, very impressed so far with this dark 30. Whoa, scalp.
I was lying on the grass of Sunday morning of last week, indulging in my self-defeat. My mind was thugged, all laced and bugged, all twisted, wrong and beat. Uncomfortable, 3 feet deep. Now the fuzzy stare from not being there on a confusing morning week impair my tribal lunar speak. And of course you can't become if you only say what you would have done. So I missed a million miles of fun. I know it's up for me,
If you steal my sunshine,
making sure I'm not in too deep.
if you steal my sunshine,
Keep me versed and on my feet.
if you steal my sunshine,
What the heck was that? That was a little unfair.
I was flying on the bench, sliding in the park across the street. LATER that week. My sticky paws were in the making straws at a big fat slurpy treats. An incredible late for the heat. Now the funny glare to pay
That's a crisp line. This is the type of edging that makes your lawn go from like a 5, 6 up to an 8 just by doing that. Like, it's amazing what that little bit of edging does. It looks fake almost now.
It was 1989, my thoughts were short, my hair was long. Caught somewhere between a boy and man. She was 17 and she was far from in between. It was summertime in northern Michigan.
Now we're back to having a lawn. This is absolutely crazy, you guys. Woo! Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. When I was saying I was mowing every day, I know a lot of you guys are gonna be like, I don't have time to mow every single day. And honestly, I don't either. But I got to a point in my life where I was thinking like, man, I don't wanna mow. I don't wanna mow. I don't feel like mowing. And it was a chore again, instead of having fun in the lawn. And then a couple weeks ago, I'm like, screw it, man. I am going to have fun mowing again and just do it every day. And now, honestly, I can't wait to get out in the lawn and start mowing every single day. When it rained the other day, I was kind of bummed that I didn't get to come out and mow. This took me 15 minutes. Like, it is definitely doable to take 15 minutes out of your day and mow something like this if you have a regular size suburban lawn like I have, or a city lawn. So don't make excuses. If you have 15, 20 minutes or 30 minutes in your day, try mowing every day once and see what it does to your lawn. The other thing about neighbor's envy is it doesn't push growth like a granular would, because when you hit granular, you're usually getting some type of fast release and it's gonna get a big punch at one time. Neighbor's envy is just giving a small amount, so I'm barely cutting off anything. The growth isn't happening like crazy, and you get this super dark response. Man, it looks so good. So definitely mow, feed some neighbor's envy, and your grass could be this dark as well. Now, if you guys are planning on renovating this year and you're in the northern part of the United States, this is now the NightShift Kentucky Bluegrass blend. The exact grass that I have in my lawn is the exact grass type that is in NightShift Kentucky Bluegrass. So if you want this same genetic color and disease resistance and things like that, this is your go-to. This is Mazama, Everest, and Blue Bank at the exact same percentages that I put down in this lawn. So this is the color you're gonna get. I mean, look at the background. Look at that, back there, compared to this, you kidding me? Just out of this world color. So if you guys are looking for a good Kentucky Bluegrass and you want the same stuff that's in my lawn, check out the link in the description. All right, so if you look down here, we have some pretty big bare spots still. There are plants starting to grow into them. Those would eventually grow out, but I'm sick of waiting for this. It's already almost end of June. By the time end of summer comes, it's finally gonna be filled in. So we're gonna do a little cheat code without seeding, where we're gonna put in new chunks of grass and it's gonna fill in by itself. So this is called a plugger. There are different shapes when it comes to this. This one is just a circle one. It's one of the cheaper ones. You can also get ones that are like octagons. You can get ones that are bigger squares and things like that, which are made for golf courses, but they are gonna be more expensive, like I said. This is a homeowner version. The only problem with this is the plugs are kind of small, so you have to do 1 million of these. Now, all you're gonna do is you're gonna find a spot you're gonna wanna replace, like this circle right here. I'm gonna put the plugger in, stick down, push it, spin, and pull it out. Now, if you come look, we have a hole there. Also, you're gonna look in this plugger and you're gonna see that it's in here. The nice thing about this is you can fill multiple plugs at one time. So I'm gonna do that one, and now I'm gonna come over and do another, like in this spot here. And you can get like 7 or 8 of these plugs in this thing at one time, which I'm going to do. So now if you look, it's filled all the way to the top with all those dead plugs. Now, what you wanna do is you wanna find an area of your grass that's kind of hidden that you don't really care about, but it still has good grass, and replace them with these plugs. So back here, no one really sees this area, but it has some good grass back here. What I'm gonna do is push this plug out. Dump out all these plugs. And now I'm gonna make holes where I'm gonna put the new plugs. Now you don't want to put these like right next to each other so they have a chance to fill in. Just kind of spread them out. So now we got 9. You have these little afros hanging out of these ones. Now what I'm going to do is fill in all these ones that are bad. Now, the secret with these plugs is you can only do this with spreading type grasses if you want them to actually fill in. So tall fescue and perennial ryegrass is not going to work as well with these because they're not going to spread and fill in over time. These will spread and fill in because I have 100% Kentucky bluegrass. If this was rye or fescue, these holes would stay here. So now you got this plug with all that grass in it. And now we're instantly fixing these bare spots. And then the areas around them will fill in with grass because it is Kentucky bluegrass. Now, the closer you fill these in together, obviously the faster they'll spread. The farther apart, you'll still have to play a waiting game. But it's better than waiting for this whole giant spot to fill in, obviously. Yeah, we did that whole thing right there, under 5 minutes. And I'm just gonna keep going and do this a few more times and fill in some spots. And obviously this is why you want to do it in an area that you don't care about, because now you look like you got zits all over your lawn. So the sun just went down, so you can see this a little bit better and the color we're working with. Pretty insane. I mean, here to back there, that's a very neglected lawn, so keep that in mind. Sanders is pretty dark over there, so just kind of see the color difference and what it looks like now that the sun's just not blaring. Looking pretty damn good. Here's a little side action of the main. I can't get over how good that corner over there looks right now. Just because it's the only spot that has no vole trails, minimal weeds. That's like almost perfection over here. And that's 3/4 of an inch basically. So my last video, I told you guys we were gonna go to Oregon to check out some seed, and that's exactly what we did. We actually went to Mountain View Seeds, one of the most respected seed distributors in the whole world. They're in like crazy amounts of football stadiums, baseball stadiums, soccer stadiums, and golf courses that I can't even mention. The point I'm really trying to make is they have some of the highest quality, best seed you can possibly get. And we want to work together with them to update our blends and try and make it even darker and even better. Mountain View actually sent us a bunch of samples. So they gave us a bunch of tall fescue and perennial ryegrass. What we're gonna do with these today is make test plots in my own back lawn and see what's going to mesh the best with our NightShift brand when it comes to darkness and overall quality. So that's what we're gonna do today. We're gonna put down all these different cultivars and see what they look like, and hopefully we improve the NightShift brand going forward. All right, so we decided to go 12 by 6. We're gonna make them a little bigger than the plots that are over there. So we'll make these 4 feet by 3 feet. So this year, I think I'm deciding just to overseed this. I'm not gonna glyphosate it since most of you guys are gonna be overseeding anyway. My lawn's already pretty dark as it is, so I wanna see how these cultivars stand out in a standard overseed with a pretty dark lawn and see if we can even get a darker color with one of these cultivars. So the next step is going to be to scarify the lawn after we mow low. The reason we're doing that is put the grooves in the ground so that seed can make seed to soil contact. and we can get the best germination possible. I'm gonna get pretty aggressive with this thing. Don't be afraid to get aggressive on your overseeds. I'm treating this test plot just like an overseed, so that's exactly how this should turn out. And we're gonna see if we can overseed in the middle of June. We're gonna be getting into July, August, where temps are gonna be crazy. We're also gonna see how hardy this baby grass is gonna be when we put it down.
I could use a dream or a genie or a wish to go back to a place much simpler than this. Cause after all the partying and smashing and crashing, and all the glitz and the glam and the fashion, and all the pandemonium and all the madness, there comes a time where you fade to the blackness. And when you staring at that phone in your lap, and you hoping but them people never call you back. But that's just how the story unfolds. You get another hand soon after you fold. And when you
So on the bottom, we're putting down our perennial ryegrass, which in order is gonna be black pearl, slugger, and then black stallion. And then on the top, we are doing 3 different turf type tall fescues. On the top left is gonna be Avenger 3, in the middle, Titanium GLS, which is a spreading type turf type tall fescue. And then in the other corner, we are gonna put Firecracker. These are some of the darkest that they have and some of the best for our NightShift brand. So I'm very excited to see how these are gonna look. Hot. Sweating. All right, 2 steps left. Peat moss, which I absolutely hate, and water. We're done. So one of the other reasons why we're doing this is so we can see germination time as well. It's not just to see quality right away. We're gonna see what germinates the quickest, which germinates the slowest, what comes in the thickest, what looks the best, what makes it through winter, things like that. So, and winter is a really hard thing here in Minnesota, obviously. So a lot of different tests we can do by making these plots. And this is full sun all day, getting beat down on this. We're gonna see how well it does in the sun as well. So lots of different reasons to do this, and I'm kind of excited to see what happens. Since I hate peat moss so much, Chris has volunteered to do some peat mossing. Spread it about 1/8 to 1/4 inch thick. So Chris started putting this stuff down and it was super dry. This peat moss is like 3 years old, but he did a good job of getting it all down level and putting it down thick. Shout out to Chris. Thank you so much for doing that, man. So the last step is to water. I'm not gonna do that till tonight just because the sun's blazing right now. So I'll water tonight about 7, 8 o'clock, and then I'll water this 4 times a day for about 5, 6 minutes. And we should get germination fast because the soil temps are so high. So excited to see what happens with this. All right, another crazy windy day, but it has been 6 days. And on these plots, we have germination everywhere. Perennial ryegrass and turf type tall fescue both have germinated and germinated very well. I would say the perennial ryegrass is definitely ahead. This Firecracker looks like it was the slowest to germinate, as the sprouts are the smallest. Titanium looks like they're medium, so it probably germinated a little bit ahead of the Firecracker. And the Avenger looks like they're pretty small sprouts as well. There's a few decent sized ones in there, I guess. So it's hard to tell. I wasn't here this weekend, so I couldn't check on it, but the perennial ryegrass is definitely taller. And after 6 days, having germination in every single plot is awesome. Now you gotta remember, we are at the end of June, soil temps are super high, so this wouldn't be the same results you get in spring or late fall or something like that if you're putting this down. So this is really fast germination for tall fescue in general. So we'll keep you guys updated on these plots in the future here on the vlogs. Thank you so much for the support. Thanks for watching, and we will see you guys next time.